Still checking if the place still cold. Moving in the way, no place, no snow. Straight chilling with my niggas that shiver, thinking about selling.
What's going on, guys? We're back again, and I'm doing something a little bit different today. I want to talk about being a business owner versus being an employee. And I want to encourage everybody right off the bat right now to become a business owner. There's so much more to life as an owner rather than being an employee for someone. This is something I've learned after the few years that I've been a business owner. I own two different businesses. I've been a business owner since I was 18. I'm 24 now. I'll be 25 in October, so that puts you kind of on a date of exactly how long I've been in business. And it's been so much better. Now, let's start out in the beginning. I was 16 years old. I had my first job. And yeah, being in high school, you're not gonna find a career. Usually, you're gonna be just a basic employee, maybe for minimum wage or something like that. $7.75 was it? Yeah, $7.75 an hour. Now, everybody gets the same exact 24 hours in a day. You can't work any more than that because you're working for yourself as an employee. This first job, I was docking boats at a marina. And the problem I had was that I knew exactly how much money I was going to make at the end of the year. That job really put a price tag on my head. It told me what kind of vehicle I can drive, what kind of car, that is a vehicle, what kind of house I could live in, how much free time I could have to myself or with my family outside of work. And it was a really big struggle with me. The second job I had was 120 hours per week working at a water park as a lifeguard. I did okay. I got myself up to not management but a supervisor level, and I was doing okay, but same thing. I was working for a certain amount of dollars per hour. It was actually $7.50. I downgraded a little bit and worked more hours. It was crazy. And the one problem that I really saw, rather than that I had a price tag on my head and that I couldn't make any more money by working more because I was already working 120 hours a week, that's like 40 hours, that's about 40 hours a week off. Usually people work 40 hours a week, but no, I had 40 hours a week off. So I really couldn't work anymore. I got off at 1 a.m., I had to be back at 7 a.m. It was hectic. But the biggest problem that I really saw was that I was working for myself, for my own paycheck, and that's it. And that is a really big problem in our society today. And a lot of people just don't realize it because they're used to doing that. They're used to being in that mindset of just continuing to work and work and work their entire lives. And to me, that's a scam. It's called the 40-40-40 scam. What that is you work for 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life, and then you retire at 40% of the paycheck that you just made for 40 years. After working for 40 years and you're in a set lifestyle, you're in the house that you love, you're in the cars that you love, you have your lifestyle, you have your X amount of vacations that you're taking every year or every 5 years or whatever it is. And now you have to downgrade your life so much because you're only going to be making 40% of what you previously made after 40 years of working there at that establishment. That's crazy. So being a business owner, I found it took the selfishness out of me. As an employee, I worked for myself for that one single paycheck. If I helped somebody else do their job, I didn't get paid more. I just got a pat on the back and say, hey, thanks for helping out our company, or whatever. I didn't even get that actually, but some people could. But being in the business that I am, helping other people, it's, I'm not working 1 man hour per hour anymore with other people in the business working with me. If there's 2 of us and we both work for 4 hours, I just worked 8 hours in a 4-hour period. I just doubled the profits. Being a business owner is really where it's at. As an employee, like I said, that boss is going to tell you how much money you're worth to them. Maybe if you're there for a few years, you can get a little bit of a raise. That's nice. But as a business owner, you can be in control of that. How much money are you worth in your eyes? How much free time do you want off? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of house do you want to live in? All of that. And there's a few other key details as well. Being an employee, a lot of people like that because there's no risk. You know exactly what times you have to work, and you can just continue on that pathway and be comfortable for most of your life until you retire, then you're screwed. But that's in the long run, and most people don't even think about that anymore. But being a business owner, and I'm just going to base it off of the two businesses that I have. The first business I started, which I still do today, I was 18 years old, and yeah, it had an initial startup fee. If you want to start up any business, it's going to cost you something. And it was an X amount of dollars. It wasn't much whatsoever. Right now, it's $100. And to get started, to be a business owner, it's crazy. You make your money right back, and then after that, everything is pure, strictly nothing but profit. And in doing so, and being a business owner, you get tax breaks. I live in the state of New York right now, and here you usually get around $300 less in taxes than what you would have spent as an employee. I mean, that's $3,600 a year that you're spending. You're spending less. It's insane. So I mean, that right there, tax breaks, great. Also, you're in control of when you work. If you want to take a day off, you can take a day off. And yeah, you can do that as an employee, but you're not going to get paid for that day. But as a business owner, you're not going to get griped at from a boss. If you want to take a whole week off, you can. It's fine. It's your business. You can treat it how you want it. Of course, if you work more, you're going to make more money. If you work less, you might make a little bit less, but not always. But being a business owner was so much more beneficial for me because it took the selfishness out of the equation for me as I had as an employee. Because with the first business I owned, with helping other people do the same thing that I'm doing, I make more money, but I also help them make money as well. And that really stuck with me because I love helping people. It's the integrity in me. I love helping out society as much as possible, and I can do so with this business. And all we do is just simply help people duplicate a system that we've all done all our lives. We've done it, and so in helping people, working whenever I want to, which is a good hour to an hour and a half, maybe per day or even per week if I wanted to. I can take time off if I want, or I can continue to work even harder if I choose. It's perfect to me. I'm just a business-minded person. It works perfectly. The second business I started was actually this year. It did cost a little bit more money. It costed $300 for a license. It cost $1,600 a year for insurance. We're going through houses and we're installing in-floor heating and outdoor ground heating. Now, here in Buffalo, it gets snowy and icy during the wintertime. And right now it's winter and it's actually not too bad, but we do still have a little snow on the ground. And a lot of times, some years it's extremely hectic. People have to pay annually $350, $400 for the season for people to come and snowplow their driveways for them so they don't have to do it. Snowplows will tear up your yard because they can't see where the driveway ends and the yard begins. Tear up your yard, they'll knock over your mailbox, they'll run into your garage door, all sorts of stuff, and you're paying for that, right? Just so you can have the convenience of not having to do it yourself. People that do it themselves, they might have a tractor or a plow in their own truck, and or SUVs in some circumstances, and do it themselves, and they might shovel their own driveway, or they might even have to snow blow it. Now, what we're coming through is doing is helping people eliminate all of that. We're installing it in the concrete to melt 2 inches of snow per hour and ice, leaving it as a dry environment, snow-free, 24/7. And so we're really helping people, and that's another key to being a business owner. You need to find something that is not taking more money out of somebody's pockets for something that they don't need and they probably don't even want, and they can find cheaper at Walmart, right? Now, that's a big key there. That's integrity. You don't want to be trying to scam people, taking more money from them for something that is just of little value, that they really don't even need. And you never want to sacrifice that integrity for growth. You want to be brutally honest with everybody. You don't want to try to throw difficult words or or something with loopholes in it to where I don't, you know what I mean? I mean, you want to be built on integrity so your company can last. Now with this, being a business owner, like I said, all the free time off you want. If you don't want to work, you don't have to. You know, with these two businesses that I started up, there's no employees, there's no bosses, there's no inventory, there's no deliveries, there's no collections. The heating business, there is a collection, right? We go and install it, and we have to get the money, but they pay the money up front, so that's great. So they pay the money up front, we'll do the job. It's not like we're going to do the job and hope that they pay us. That's just crazy. But with the other business that I have, the one that I've been in for over 6 years, there's none of that. We don't have to do any of that. So if you find the right business, you go out and you just do it. You can be in control of your own life. So when it comes down the line of retirement, say I do this business, for a very, very long time. First of all, retirement isn't 70 for that. With my first business, I already retired from the working industry. I continue to do this business on a daily basis because I choose. I could choose to stop right now and be okay. And with the other business I started because I want to help other people. I want to continue to help more people. I could do this business for maybe 5 or 6 years and then sell it off to somebody else. Or maybe if it's good enough, I could just franchise it and collect a residual income every single month without doing anything. Now at retirement with these businesses, I don't have to worry about my paycheck being 60% less and only collecting 40% every single month. I mean, I'll continue to make the same paychecks. Actually, that's not true. My paychecks will keep going up because the business is expanding and growing, even though I'm not doing anything. So I encourage all of you, become a business owner if you can. The whole employee status, it sucks. It's broken. It's not worth it. It is not worth your time and energy. You're going to be stuck there your entire life, paycheck to paycheck, and then what are you going to do after retirement? You're spending more money on taxes every single year, and you don't even have to. So I got 2 links below. Go and check them out, guys. See if it's for you, and if it's not, look into other ways of becoming a business owner, because that's the key, folks. That it really is, and I believe it. I truly, 100% wholeheartedly believe business ownership is the way to go, and I hope you guys see the same. So, have a great day.